Cruises versus all-inclusive resorts, the ultimate vacation debate. In this video, we're going to be diving into the pros and cons of both cruises and all-inclusive resorts and discuss them both in depth to hopefully help you come to a decision on which one you are going to choose to do. By the end of this video, you should have a clear understanding of the differences between a cruise and all-inclusive resort, the pros, the cons, and which you'd prefer to do. Now, what benefits does a cruise give you? Let's start off with the fact that if you have a cruise port near you, you get right onto the ship and you're already on vacation. There's absolutely no flying needed, which is one of the main things I love about going on a cruise. You step right onto the ship and you're already in vacation mode. The second pro about cruises is the price. You can get a beautiful 7-night itinerary to the Caribbean from anywhere from $400 to $600 a person, which is incredibly cheap when you compare it to the likes of an all-inclusive resort, which is significantly more expensive. The third pro about cruises is that you can bring as much luggage as you want. If you want to bring 5 suitcases, feel free to do it because they have no limitation on the amount of luggage you can bring with you on board the cruise ship. Jumping right into our fourth pro about cruises is that there's tons of activities, shows, and games going on all throughout the day for kids and adults, so you will literally never get bored. Which leads me directly to the fifth pro, which is the fact that most cruises have massive casinos. So for all of my gamblers out there, you definitely want to be checking out a cruise for all of your gambling needs. Our sixth pro is the food. In the main dining room where they serve brunch and dinner, they have the most incredible food. Now that you have a more in-depth understanding of cruises, let's give you a more in-depth understanding of all-inclusive resorts and discuss the pros of all-inclusive resorts and why one might want to go on an all-inclusive resort vacation. The first pro is that you have 24/7 access to a beautiful beach. This is peak relaxation where you can lay on the beach all day, every day, and just chill and really are stress-free. The second pro is the fact that you're on dry land. You don't have to worry about the constant movement of the ocean, and you're just kind of chilling on land. The third pro is the fact that mostly everything, including alcohol, is included. Alcohol is not included on a cruise ship, which we'll get into when we go over the cons. And the fourth pro of all-inclusive resorts is the fact that you can pinpoint the exact location you want to be in and stay there for as long as you want. So if you love Cancun, if you love the Bahamas, you can go there and you can stay there as long as you want. Now, let's discuss the cons of each of them. We'll start off with cruises. Con number 1 is the fact that you're on water, so sometimes you'll feel the boat rocking a bit. Just make sure to get the wristbands that help with seasickness or Dramamine. Also, try to book a room in the middle of the ship for less movement. The second con for cruises is the fact that alcohol isn't included. If you're a big drinker, you're going to have to pay for your alcohol, and the unlimited drink package only makes sense if you drink tons of drinks per day, or you won't get your money's worth. The next con is the fact that you don't have much time in each destination. However, there are some cruises that stay in one destination for multiple nights. The last con relating to cruises is the fact that the pools tend to get really crowded really quick. So unless you get there super early, you most likely won't find yourself a seat unless you get lucky and someone gets up. Now let's dive into the cons of all-inclusive resorts. Con number 1 is there's not nearly as many entertainment options in all-inclusive resorts as there are on cruises. Not many are suitable for everyone, and I personally get very bored. The second con is that an all-inclusive resort will definitely put a dent in your wallet. They can get very expensive, and for the ones that are worth going to, they will be very expensive. The third con is that all-inclusive resort food tends to not be too great. Although there are some exceptions and some resorts have incredible food, majority of them, you'll see reviews that aren't too great regarding their food. The fourth con of the all-inclusive resort is the fact that you can't bring a lot of luggage. You can only bring as much as the airline allows you to bring, which usually isn't too much luggage. And in the case where you have 3 suitcases you want to bring with you on board, or you're an overpacker like my girlfriend, it won't work out too well for you. Which brings us to our last con, which is that you have to fly to your vacation rather than just walking right onto it. Who doesn't want to just drive and walk right onto their ship and already be on vacation? To end this video off, let's sort of go over a breakdown and compare these two directly to one another. For example, with cruising, there's no alcohol included. You need to pay for alcohol, and unless you're drinking tons of drinks a day, the drink package doesn't pay for itself. In an all-inclusive resort, the alcohol is included, but that's also very reflective in the price. So if you're not a big drinker, you may not want to spend that money. With an all-inclusive resort, you won't get nearly as much entertainment as you will on a cruise. Every hour there was something else I wanted to do on a cruise, sometimes multiple things at the same time. When in all-inclusive resorts, there's not nearly as many activities. However, an all-inclusive resort is very relaxing, very stress-free, not a lot going on. While a cruise could be very hectic for some people don't like the fact that there's tons of things going on at once. So it's really based on your opinion. Next, most all-inclusive resorts either have a very small casino or don't have a casino at all, especially in the Cancun area, while cruises have casinos and they have extremely large casinos at that. On cruises, majority of the time you have to pay for Wi-Fi unless it comes included, while in all-inclusive resorts, you don't need to pay for Wi-Fi. Overall, there's tons of pros and cons to each option. This video can literally go on forever. However, through my personal experience, I believe that if you're an individual who likes to be entertained, if you're an individual who doesn't drink, you like good food, and you want to travel the world, you should definitely be going on a cruise. All-inclusive resorts are more for the individual who wants to lay back on a beach the entirety of vacation, drinks a lot, and like I said before, it's just really peak relaxation. So it really depends on what your goal for vacation is. If your goal is to have incredible entertainment constantly, go on a vacation that's not too expensive, not have to fly, visit multiple destinations, gamble, participate in game shows, and have a ton of fun, then a cruise is definitely the option for you. But if you're more the type to relax on the beach all day, if you're very into drinking, want to have everything included and not worry about spending money, and you're obsessed with a certain destination like Cancun or Jamaica, and don't mind not visiting other destinations, go to an all-inclusive resort. Now you might be saying, Oren, I get it, but what is your favorite? My favorite is most definitely the cruise. I love the entertainment. I love playing games and activities. I like to gamble. I'm not a big drinker. I love visiting multiple destinations. So for me, the cruise demolishes the all-inclusive resort. But some people who prefer just relaxing on the beach would definitely prefer an all-inclusive resort. I really hope this video gave you a bit more clarity with planning your next vacation. Keep in mind that certain cruise lines and certain all-inclusive resorts have different qualities. Feel free to leave down in the comment section what vacation you're planning on going on next, and if this video helped you make your decision. I would love it if you can hit the like and subscribe button as well. Thank you so much for watching.